All right, Mr. Joseph Peter. This is Jolly Fish Academy. Thank you for your patronage. I think your brother called us some time ago from Israel, if I'm not mistaken, and requested for a 500 capacity Jbf-Oven. So currently we are at ABC Transport for delivery. Okay, so if you check it over there, this is ABC Transport Benin Terminal. I hope you can see that. So at this point, we're about to show you your oven at ABC Transport so that it can be processed and shipped to you. However, as we always do, once we deliver this oven to you at your terminal, it's important for you to give us information about the product you have received. We want to be sure that you have received it intact, everything being equal, because we are going to show you a total video now on how to install, how to use, and all the different compartments inside your oven. So we are going to do a short clip on that right now so that you have an idea of what we're expecting when it comes. And when it comes, please do us a favor. Do a short video acknowledging that you have received everything. In fact, if it is possible, do it at ABC Transport Olu Terminal over there in Imo State, so that as you are leaving their transport terminal, you are leaving with your product in its completeness. Okay, so we really need that acknowledgement so that we'll be sure that what we have delivered to you got to you safely and in good condition. All right, so very briefly, let me show you your oven and let's start the introductory process. So this is your oven, 500 capacity as you have recommended, and everything inside is intact. This oven is soon going to be packaged and wrapped with cartons all through, so that it can look as beautiful as you see it right now. So nothing happens to it during the course of delivery. It's going to be packaged fully. So very briefly, okay, I didn't seal this because I have to show you the inside, but at the end of this video I'm going to seal the oven so that we don't have anything that is missing from inside. All right, so this is out. So at this point, have to open. Yeah, it's a little bit tall because it has to be tight fitting. Good. All right, so this handle never gets hot, okay? No matter the internal temperature of your oven, it is always cold, and we know the secret behind the coldness of the dough. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 500 capacity. Yeah, 500 capacity Jbf-Oven. You can see how clean, neat the finishing looks like. Perfect, excellent in its kind. So as neat as you see it, so it shall be delivered to you by the grace of God in its completeness, everything being equal. So this is your oven, and now let me take you to the various compartments of your oven. So first, your oven is divided into 3 compartments. You have the cooking compartment at the bottom. You have the oil compartment that collects the oil that drops from the racks, and then you have your racks on both sides. Here you have 10 racks, here you have another set of 10 racks. Okay, so the cooking compartment, the oil compartment, and the stocking compartment. The stocking compartment is where you have your fish or your bread or your cake or your meat pie or whatsoever you want to use the oven to process. All right, so very briefly, this is the charcoal collectors, number 1 and number 2. So what you do is, on receiving it, if you want to make use of charcoal, pour your charcoal here. If you stock your oven to full capacity, pour your charcoal here. Fill the charcoal collector with charcoal if you can. Fill it up. Fill this one up and set it on fire. Then make sure that the fire catches very well before you close the oven, so that the heat will continue to accumulate within the oven and it will do what we call cooking. After cooking, it will start processing the drying stage. After processing the drying stage, depending on the level of dryness you want, you will get that achieved. If, however, you don't want to use the charcoal, you can make use of what we call the gas burners. We have 2 gas burners here. Your oven comes with 2 gas burners. So I want to take my time to do this video because your brother has exercised some level of dexterity to be confident in what we are delivering. So he wants the installation process to be perfectly done, and I have to do this video because I don't want to travel all the way from Benin to Olu just to install an oven. you know, is something you can actually do from your terminal. So I'm going to take my time to explain how to go about this installation process. The first thing you do if you want to install your gas burner, that's the only thing you need to install, okay? Nothing else, just your gas burners, and you're good to go. Now, how do we install the gas burner? First, loose the valve. Once you lose this valve completely, you have this here. Remove this. This is called the flame controller. Remove the flame controller. I find it a little bit difficult to do with one hand since I'm holding my phone with the other hand. So this is your flame controller. The job of this is to give you blue flame or yellow flame, you know, during the drying process. The blue flame is usually advisable to use because blue flame happens to be hotter and gives you a better result. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to take the terminal of this gas burner and pass it through that hole you see over there. Let me do that for you to see. Good. Perfect. Now you see these two nuts that are here. You're going to lose them first and then fasten them through here. So once you fasten the nuts through here, your gas burner will be fully attached to this particular angle bar, and it will be ready to work. The same thing you will do for that one over there, that hole over there. Now on getting to the back, let me take you to the back. Now on getting to the back, the first thing you're going to install is your flame controller. So you pass the flame controller first. Okay, the flame controller has loosened up. Okay, let me just pass it first. I will still explain. You pass your flame controller first, and then you put your valve, and then screw your valve till the end. Ensure you screw your valve till the end, okay? So, but because of this video, I'm not screwing it to the end because I'm still going to lose it. So next, this will already be there, but if it is not there, you can always replace it back, and then tie this one over here. All right. So now, by the time you connect your pipe here, from here, you take this pipe to your cylinder. So what this does is you can increase the level of heat by turning this and decreasing, you know, clockwise and anti-clockwise to either increase the flame or decrease the flame as the case may be. Usually at the third stage of drying, you're expected to use a very minimal amount of flame, okay? So that it can just be steaming it bit by bit and make your work dry to the level that you want it. All right, so now the flame controller has a function. If you absolutely close the flame controller like this, there will be no oxygen going through here into the oven so that combustion will take place. So what you're advised to do is to keep it slightly open so that air can enter through here and also through these terminals you see here into the oven so that combustion can take place. If there is no room for air to enter, the fire will quench. Do you understand? So you have to create a little hole here, or you can even absolutely leave it open like this so that enough air will get into the oven so that combustion will take place. Is that clear? So at the end of the day, you control your gas. So you connect this one as well, and it will come out from here. You can either use 2 gas cylinders to power your oven, or you use a single cylinder. You meet all those who are in charge of gas material, selling of gas cylinders and all that. They will give you a pipe that can connect this pipe to the other one that you have here, and then you connect it straight into your gas burner, into your cylinder. However, if you don't want to go through that stress, just make sure that you have 2 cylinders. Connect this to one cylinder, connect this to the other cylinder. But it's better to just get a pipe, a connecting pipe that will connect these 2 gas burners into one cylinder, and that powers your job. So that is that for the installation. There's nothing much about it. So I have to remove this. I'm going to fix back the nut you see at the bottom there. So from there, I can't do all those things now because I'm using my hand to hold, and at the same time using my hand to explain. So I'm going to fix all this at the end, okay? So that everything, you don't have any missing nuts there. So I'm removing this back. This is your gas burner. So I'm going to install it so that everything will be like this, just to avoid anything from getting lost. In fact, let me do it now. All right, so I had to do that off camera because I can't do that while holding the camera at the same time. So this is your second gas burner here. This is your first gas burner. Now what you see here are your pairs of thermal insulated gloves, okay? This is what you will use to change your racks during the drying process. You have to swap your rack, take this one, go up, take the other one, go down as the heat continues. you know, majority of the heat comes from the bottom. So the fish that are on this first rack, second racks at the bottom will get heated more than the others. So courtesy demands that you swap your rack during the drying process. And that is the essence of this thermal insulated gloves issued to you for free. Now inside this pair of thermal insulated glove, what you see here is your receipt. So Mr. Joseph Peter, you will find your receipt inside your glove. Pick it and save it on arrival. Very important. And then over to this other side, your base covers. This one don't really have much function. It's just for aesthetic purpose. It's just to make your oven look neat and beautiful, nothing much. So what you do is, once you leave this leg, push this at the bottom and let the oven sit on it, and it gives it a befitting look. That's just what it does. Aesthetics, nothing much. So what you have here are 4 base collectors. There are 4 in number. So that is that for the cooking compartment. Take note, you can as well light your gas and your charcoal at the same time, and that will give you a very high amount of heat, and that will make your product cook and dry faster. That is the oven. That is the gap we cover in the oven market. All our ovens have the ability to dry with charcoal and gas simultaneously. Oh yes, that is our pride, that is our brain work, and that is our own private achievement in the world of oven construction. So next are your oil collectors. Of course, your oil collectors will always come with an outlet. Here, the outlet you see here is actually what is going to shoot out through that hole you see over there. Check very well. It comes out, and when it comes out, you see it at the back here. So this is where oil and water will be gushing out of your oven during the drying process, and you can put a container here to harvest the oil or the water, as the case may be. Take note, catfish oil is very medicinal. Pharmaceutical companies actually enjoy making use of catfish oil in their drug manufacturing process. And you too, as an individual, you can use catfish oil to cook and live healthy, because fish is one of the most healthy food one can eat compared to red meat. All right, that's by the way. So it comes with 2 oil collectors, okay? 2 oil collectors, and then the next thing is the stocking compartment, which has over 20 racks. In fact, 20 racks, not over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 racks. 20 amazing racks you will see in your oven, right? So the next thing we are going to do right now is to show you the chimney. What you see over here is called a chimney. You have 2 of them, and this is where communication takes place between the inside of the oven and the outside. Excess heat will leave here, oxygen will get in through here into the oven just to enhance combustion, and the same thing happens here. So it comes with 2 chimneys. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the wonderful 500 capacity JBF oven. This is one of the most sold oven in our construction company. So if you need something like this, just call this number on your screen, and this amazing masterpiece will be designed and sent to you anywhere you find yourself in Nigeria or even beyond, right? 500 capacity is a marvelous start. It's a good standard, and the price is very, very affordable. All right, so at this point, I'm going to seal the oven completely. And once I'm done with the complete sealing, I will hand over the key to ABC Transport. I have to hit so that it will close firmly. All right, so at this point, I can put this here. Let me hit this one too. Good. So at this point, I can also bring this one. Okay, I didn't do that well. So at this point, I have the 2 locked. Where are those keys? Okay, here are they. So now I have to seal the oven completely. Let me start with the one at the right hand side. This one first. Then I'll remove the key. Then keep this one here first. That's fine. Over to this one. So the next thing is this one. I'll pass it over here. And then I will seal it as well. And remove the key. So now I have a pair of keys here, 2 of them, and the oven is completely sealed. So this oven is not going to be open until it gets to your destination at Olu. So it is bound to be sealed throughout. If you notice that your oven is open, please draw alarm and make sure that you confirm the content of your oven so that you are rest assured that everything is complete inside. So this key is going to be handed to ABC Transport. They are going to send it alongside with your oven. So once you get to your terminal, please ensure you ask for the key in case it has not been provided to you. Ask for the key. They are going to give you two bunches of key like this. Each of them have 4 spares, and then you can use it to lock your oven and probably do whatsoever you want to use it for. So that is the aim of these keys. Sealing. Please don't forget to send us the video clip of this job on arrival, because it will confirm to us that yes, the oven has been successfully delivered and everything inside is complete. Thanks once again for watching. This is Jbf-Oven Academy. Boom.